Welcome back to the workbench. David here at Scale Models Midwest. Hope you're doing good this week. As you can see, I got, as part of the NASCAR 2023 group build, the first of the 3 cars I plan on building for it. This is Tony Stewart's number 20 Home Depot Grand Prix, and turns out to be a really good kit. It's about 70 parts, fell together really nicely. I was hoping to get the chassis just a little bit lower, much like the pictures you can see there at speed, but could not quite get it, so I left it as it is. This basically looks like the box art anyway, so it's okay. The engine, simple design, but it goes together nice. Really liked it. Just a couple of details and some weathering, some Tamiya panel line accent, kind of bring out the detail in that. So I close the hood. Closes nice and neat. I do not have any Pledge floor shine or any kind of gloss coat on this. I figured I would just do the kit, paint, and then the decals. So just kind of give you a little roam around on that. I left the window net down so you could see the detailed figure, Tony Stewart. There was like 15 separate decals just for Tony Stewart's figure, but you know what? Once it's put together, it looks really nice. And it's kind of a shame to leave it in the car like that. I mean, with the decals, it just really looks sharp on its own. But as you can see, it goes together really nicely. I think this around here. No issues with building this kit. If you have this one on your shelf, have extra copies of it, by all means, pull one down, be part of the NASCAR 2023 group build, or just build it, even if you're not part of the group build challenge. It's a great kit. Obviously, when you're looking at the decals like this, much like the newer decals that are on Power Slide, I think, for the Salvino SJR kits, you're gonna have to use a lot of microsol or mark fit from Tamiya to get them to adhere to the curves a bit and kind of, I don't know, settle into place, if you will. I only had to do that with the sides, and then there's a little bit extra on the sides that, you know, I just trimmed off with a number 11 hobby blade, and that's that. So again, the only real thing I did beyond paint detail was I used some of that grill that I had from Railroad Scenes. I drilled out both the twin kidney bean grill, if you will, and then the lower radiator grill opening, and just used the screen for that. Got it in place, painted, and I think it looks really sharp. Just add some depth to the model as well. So again, with this one all put together, ready to go on the shelf, this is number 1 of 3. Let me go ahead and show you what I've got going for the second build. Okay, so as you can see, the second kit I decided to build was Ryan Blaney's number 12 Menards Mustang. This is the 2023 version. Salvino SJR once again has hit it out of the park with a great kit. I am really looking forward to building this and many others like this, but this is the one I'm going to focus on right now. The kit, again, like the other ones that Salvino SJR puts out for the new versions, are molded in like white, black, kind of like aluminum / gray, and then whatever the body color is, in this case, yellow. Now, you can put the kit together as it is with absolutely no paint, just decal it and call it a day. And for a beginner hobbyist or somebody coming back into the hobby, or even somebody that just wants to try these kits out and see how they look, that's perfectly acceptable. I've done that. I've done that for a few friends of mine with some of my other kits, just so they can have something on their desktop or on their shelf, and they turn out great. So go for it if you want to do that. If you want to paint it, just do your research, watch what other people are doing in the Facebook forums or other YouTube channels. But when you're putting this together, make sure you're checking out some of the videos about how people are really getting the parts to fit right. Clay Kemp has probably one of the, if not the best, video on how to put together the chassis for these, especially the roll cage. So check that one out. I'm going to go back and look at it to see exactly where I need to trim the pieces up in order to fit on the bottom of the chassis plate, just so. As far as the body color though, I've seen some people use, I'd like to say it's PS29 or PS27, could be wrong, But I decided I'm going to try TS16. Now I've got a scrap body from another kit that I'm going to paint with this color just to see if it looks good. And if it does look good, I'm going to go on ahead and shoot a couple coats on this. The hood and everything else on this tree, I'll paint semi-gloss black. Except the spoiler, when I look at the box art looks like it's white. So I'm going to check pictures of the car as it ran in Daytona or wherever it ran, and if it's white, I'll paint it white. If it's a different color, so be it. But anyhow, semi-gloss black. One of the things I also plan on doing is I've seen a couple of builders put the airbox together and then set it on top of the brace that's under the hood and as part of the chassis. So I'm going to try that, see how it works. But otherwise, those are my goals. I'm going to paint the rims that silver, and I know that sometimes they have these little like red markings on them. I'm going to do that with paint detail. But I'm going to ask you right now, I've seen Clay Kemp, I believe, and some others detail it with fine paint brushes, things like LF and tire numbers, what have you. Are there decals like that that can be used in addition to the Goodyear Eagles? If there are, leave a comment in the description and let me know where I can get them, because I really want to put a little bit more detail on those tires and go from there. Now, as far as what I plan on doing with the kit, it's probably about it. A lot of paint detail, different color paint for the body, decal detail. But after I build that one, I got to get right into the next kit. So I've got one that I'm going to build for a friend of mine that's going to require some more detail. It's not going to be one of the new kits, it's going to be one of the older ones out of my stash, but I'll be kind of detailing that like I did the Ron Keselowski Charger that I built last year. So there you have it. Ryan Blaney's Mustang is the next kit that I'll be building, part of the group build challenge for NASCAR 2023 group build. If you look for the hashtag NASCAR 2023 GB, you're going to see a lot of other ones that are being built, a lot of cool ones. I've seen some ones on Facebook as well. They're looking really good, so I'm just humbly throwing mine into the mix and hope it turns out well. In fact, I know it'll turn out well because these are great kits. So with that, I just hope you're having a great week and continue building great kits of your own. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.